Good day. Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Tuesday, July 13, 2021. President Rodrigo Duterte acknowledges the leadership of Partido Demokratiko Pilipino Lakas ng Bayan Vice Chairman Alfonso Cusi and does not recognize the resolution expelling him from the party. Palace spokesman Harry Roque Jr. made the statement in his press briefing on Monday after the PDP Laban faction, led by the party's acting president, Senator Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao, expelled Cusi along with two other party officials. To show his support for Cusi, the president will attend the party's special meeting on July 17, Roque said. The United States, European Union, and Canada reaffirmed their support to the 2016 international arbitral ruling which upheld the Philippines' territorial claims in the South China Sea. The Philippines commemorated on Monday the 5th anniversary of a ruling of the Permanent Court of Arbitration that invalidated China's claim over areas within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. The Department of Health has ruled out COVID-19 booster shots for medical frontliners until there is strong evidence that they are safe and effective. The news agency Reuters reported that Thailand is considering booster shots for its more than 600,000 medical workers, 617 of whom were infected with COVID-19 after they were jabbed with the CoronaVac vaccine. Speaking to reporters on Monday, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere admitted that booster shots can increase the immunity of a vaccinated person, but more evidence is needed to vouch for their safety and efficacy. Vergere said other countries used booster shot vaccines such as AstraZeneca's Vaxzevria and Pfizer Incorporated's Tozinamaran, which are not commonly used in the country. She said she is awaiting the findings from a much larger study that was mentioned by vaccine expert panel chairman Dr. Nina Gloriani by the third quarter of this year. The study could be used to back up recommendations for mixing and matching vaccines. A proposal to place the National Capital Region and other COVID-19 high-risk areas under a general community quarantine until December, or when the region has inoculated 40% of its population, has been rejected by the Department of Health. Infectious diseases specialist Dr. Rodgin Solante proposed that the GCQ extension will allow 40% of residents in Metro Manila and other high-risk areas to be fully inoculated. Solante said the 40% target will prevent people from being complacent, but Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere turned down Solante's suggestion, saying if more people comply with minimum health standards, the faster the country can move toward a new normal. Senator Panfilo Ping Lacson urged the government to work with other countries in the region in finding a way to invoke its 2016 arbitral ruling against China's massive claim of marine resources in the West Philippine Sea. The chairman of the Senate Committee on National Defense and Security on Monday said the Philippines must continue to push to complete victory in the West Philippine Sea. He said 5 years after the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague in the Netherlands handed the ruling, much remains to be done amid China's increasing presence in the Southeast Asian region. Topping business, net inflows of foreign direct investments went up by 114% to $679 million in April from $317 million a year ago, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas reported on Monday. In particular, FDI net inflows during the month increased due mainly to the 121.2% expansion in non-residents' net investments in debt instruments to $500 million from $226 million in April last year. Over to sports, Filipino boxing great and Senator Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao once again threw shade to fellow future Hall of Famer Floyd Mayweather Jr. When Errol Spence Jr. was asked in the Pacquiao-Spence kickoff press conference what pointer did Mayweather give him for his future fight against Pacquiao, the fighting senator of the Philippines had to interrupt to say that Spence did not need to heed advice from Mayweather because Spence is better than his former rival. Antonio Contreras and Dian Macabenta are today's front page columnists. Contreras believes where the lines are clear is when partisan divides are drawn, while Macabenta talks about the infighting in the administration party, PDP Laban. Today's editorial believes the recent heat wave in North America is a sign of global warming's coming wrath. Read a full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the Voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. On behalf of the Manila Times, this is Eric John C. reporting. Have a safe Tuesday ahead.